At 12 in the night, a family was sleeping in their house. Suddenly, everyone woke up with a loud sound. The whole house was engulfed in flames. The house was also destroyed. No one could understand what had happened. In a short while, they came to know that a plane had surrounded their house. After all, how many people lost their lives in this accident? Let's know that this is a small airport from where small planes take off. At around 4:19 in the night, a Beechcraft Bonanza aircraft was about to take off from this airport. Now, you must be thinking that planes fly at such an altitude. 10,000 feet, 20,000 feet, even passenger planes fly above an altitude of 30,000 feet. In such a situation, why was it flying at an altitude of only 5,000 feet? Actually, this plane was built in the 1940s. At that time, piston engines were used in small planes. Such engines could produce very little power. Along with this, instructions were also given to never fly it above an altitude of 7,000 feet. Apart from this, the biggest problem in the plane was that it was in tail V shape. Many pilots say that due to this shape, if you want to fly the plane straight, it will never be possible manually. This plane can fly straight only when it is flown on autopilot. This is the reason that this plane crashed so many times that it was given another name, and this name is Doctor of Killing. The plane was built about 70 years ago, and even today this plane is operational. Anyway, let's come back to our plane, which has now entered the airspace of Clearwater Park Airport. It was nighttime, and this airport was not an international airport where 2 to 4 planes take off and land every hour. Here, sometimes planes take off and land. This is the reason why the runway lights are turned off in the dark of night. When the Beechcraft reached near the runway, the pilot could not see the runway lights. That's why he was talking to ATC. Now here, the pilot changed his frequency so that he could contact the ground crew and tell them to turn on the runway lights as we have reached the airport. Understand it this way, that he first dialed the ATC number and then held it and called the ground crew. However, there is no phone in the plane to call. Instead, they call through radio. There are different frequencies to talk to different people, due to which the phone has different phone numbers. As soon as the pilot tried to talk to the ground crew by changing the radio frequency, the engine of the plane failed at that very moment, and smoke started coming out of the engine. Immediately, the pilot came back to the ATC frequency and said that we have lost our engine. And then after a few minutes, the news came that at 12 o'clock in the night in Florida, that plane crashed in a place called Mobile Park, in which 2 people lost their lives. Apart from this, the pilot who was there also died. According to the eyewitness, the plane caught fire in the air itself. It had already started, and suddenly it crashed between the houses. By the time the fire brigade arrived, there was nothing left to extinguish. It is being said that when the fire broke out in the house, around 9 people were present in the house. Some people managed to get out of the house somehow, but 2 people were in a serious condition, and hence, they could not get out of the house and both of them died.